Hey there. So, today we're going to do something a little different. We are digging into an old school textbook to bring back a game that is all about pure, simple joy. Let's dive into the amazing world of Gilli Danda.
So let's just start with the poem that kicks this whole thing off. You can almost feel it, right? The sounds of the playground, the energy of getting together with your friends. It just perfectly captures that simple thrill of watching that little piece of wood, the gilli, just soar through the air. It's kind of the heart of the game, even before we get to the rules.
So yeah, before we get into the nitty-gritty, we're going to spend a moment on how this poem really captures the feeling of Gilli Danda. You know, the emotions that make a childhood game like this stick with you.
What I love about this is that the poem isn't really about winning or losing. It's all about the experience. It talks about feeling free, about laughing and having fun together. So right off the bat, you understand this is way more than just a game. It's about those perfect sunny afternoons with your friends.
Okay, so we've got the vibe down. Now, let's get practical. How does this thing actually work? In this next part, we're going to break down the what, the who, and the how of Gilli Danda. And this is the beauty of it. It's so incredibly simple. That's literally all you need. You can see on the left, you've got the raw materials, just a couple of twigs. And on the right, you've got the finished, colorful pieces. 2 sticks, and you've got yourself a game.
First up, you've got the danda. Just think of it as your bed. It's the long stick, and its whole job is to smack the gilli. Simple as that.
And here is the star of the show, the gilli. It's this small piece of wood, but the secret is in its shape. See how it's sharpened on both ends? That's what lets it pop up into the air when you hit it. This is the piece that really takes off.
So, how do you play? It's basically 3 steps. First, the striker taps one of the pointy ends of the gilli with the danda. That makes it flip up into the air. Step 2, while it's airborne, you swing the danda and hit it as hard as you can. And step 3, everyone else on the field tries to catch it. It's a huge test of reflexes for everybody.
And here's a cool little fact for you. In English, this game is often called tip-cat. It's just a great reminder that a simple game like this is loved all over the world. But what's really interesting is how this textbook uses the game to teach us a bit about language, too.
Right, so this textbook chapter isn't just a rule book for a game. It actually uses the world of Gilli Danda to teach some really cool ideas about language and how we describe things. So first, it points out all the stuff in the game you can physically touch. You know, concrete things. When you're playing, you can feel the bark on the tree, the sun on your shirt, the wood of the danda in your hand. These are the real, tangible parts of the world. But then, they're the things you can only feel. That joy when you hit the gilli just right, the happiness of playing with your friends, maybe a little bit of fear that someone's going to catch it. You can't touch these things, but they are just as real, aren't they?
The book also gives us this quick little lesson, showing how one tiny word part, a prefix, can flip the meaning of a word. Happy becomes its total opposite, unhappy. It's a simple, powerful idea about how things can change, kind of like how a simple twig changes into a tool for a game. So we've talked about the feeling of the game and the language around it. Now for my favorite part. This isn't just some historical thing to read about. Nope, it's something you can actually go out and make for yourself. Let's see how.
And this picture just says it all, doesn't it? You start with things you can find anywhere, a few sticks, a rough stone, and you end up with this vibrant, colorful, ready-to-play game set. It's pure, hands-on creativity.
And look at how simple the materials are. A couple of sticks, a stone for shaping them, and if you want to have some fun with it, some paint or colorful paper to make it your own. That's literally it. Making the danda is super easy. First, find a nice, solid stick. Second, use a rough stone to sand it down so you don't get any splinters. And then, the fun part. Decorate it. Make it yours. Go wild with some color. And the gilli is just as straightforward. Grab a small stick, maybe 3 or 4 inches long. Now, this is the most important part. You have to sharpen both ends with your stone. That's the magic trick that lets it flip up into the air. After that, just smooth it out and, of course, add some color. Okay, so we've covered the game, the language, and even how to make it. But let's just zoom out for a second. Why does a simple game like Gilli Danda still matter so much today? And this really gets to the heart of it all. Gilli Danda is more than just sticks and rules. It's a powerful reminder of what play should be. It's about getting outside, using your hands to create something, and just sharing a laugh with your friends. No screens, no batteries, just pure, simple fun.
And to wrap this all up, the textbook leaves us with this wonderful little riddle. I'll give you a second to think about it. It belongs to you, but your friends use it more than you. What is it?
The answer is your name. It's such a charming way to end, isn't it? A perfect reminder that games, friendship, and community are all tied together. Thanks so much for joining me today.